How's it going? Welcome back, my beautiful sinners, to another great video here on the Savior Show. That's right. Today, guys, I'm gonna just do a nice relaxing video where we can talk to each other, have a conversation, hopefully, in the comments down below. And guys, please, if you enjoy this type of video, if you enjoy my content at all, or my music or anything, please subscribe now. Just hit the subscribe button. It's very easy if you're new, and make sure to leave a like and tell me your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below after this video. So guys, I'm at my nice relaxing spot. I just set it up pretty recently. I moved back to the country, obviously, because of world circumstances at the moment, so it made sense to go back to the nature lifestyle. And honestly, I needed that because I was living in a city for a long time, Tokyo and then Oxford, and as much as the city life can be interesting, it's not good really for your mental health if you stay there a long time. And it's just, it's society, but in the kind of worst possible way. People should be living in natural environments more, I feel, because if we just live in this kind of manufactured world, that can be with anything, with entertainment, television, anything like that, I feel like it's just not good for your overall well-being. So guys, that's why I moved back. And today, guys, I just want to talk about the benefits of living a Stoic life or a Buddhist life, taking in those practices, obviously not all of them, and why I choose to be a minimalist, okay? Obviously, that's because I'm poor. I'm not a crazy madman. Obviously, that was a joke. But guys, okay, let me just tell you some of the reasons I choose to live this kind of lifestyle. So, for a long time, my teenage years, I'm sure a lot of us have felt like this in the early teenage years to later teenage years. It doesn't matter when it happens, but it happens to a lot of people, I think. Basically, they have a little bit of a mental crisis, or if you don't have a little bit of a mental crisis, like some people do, I am one of those people, and I don't think it's something to be ashamed of, saying that you've had some kind of mental health problems before. I suffered with really, really bad anxiety and very bad OCD, which basically destroyed my life, and it made me not trust people. It made me cut, myself away from people, and just basically live a very negative, few years when I was a teenager. But luckily, I realized when I came out of that, it all came from me, guys. And, you have to have the willpower and the strength to, if you're going through something, it could be anything. It could be something physical or mental. You just have to find the strength within yourself. I know it sounds a bit pretentious, but it's true. You've just got to pull that strength out of you, and you've got to find some kind of motivation, some kind of reason to keep pushing, okay, guys? And, it changed me. It completely changed who I am as a person. After that, I did a lot of things that I never thought I would be able to do. I was very fortunate, I guess, but I just pushed myself every day to try and experience, the best possible life I could, and try and make something of my life. And, I was always searching, for something, a purpose, a lifestyle, something like that. A lot of young men have this problem. That's why you see a lot of these people now turning to these life gurus like Jordan Peterson and Sam Harris and all this kind of stuff. And honestly, they might give some advice, but I feel like the oldest, most wisest information comes from the past, come from original text, okay? So, like the Stoics, for example, they kind of figured out a way to deal with the aspects of life that you can't control and just learn to embrace it. And it basically just makes you a stronger individual, and, it makes you become more grounded with yourself and with the things you can actually change in your life. But it doesn't mean you become lazy or you become complacent. In fact, for me, it was the opposite. I became very, very driven, very, very motivated to do something and experience a lot of stuff in my lifetime. That's why I did a lot of traveling and everything like that, did my YouTube. So guys, the Stoics and minimalist lifestyle, you know, they kind of fall into each other, okay? They kind of come hand into hand because, guys, you know, we live in a world now, I've talked about this before, where it's just constant consumerism and capitalism, and, you know, there's something new every day. And, you know, you can spend your life just chasing material, like, objects and stuff like that. A new car, a new house, the new gaming device, whatever it could be, okay, guys? And I realized, because I was living that, you know, life of just working every day and, you know, just using my money to basically buy digital goods and living in an artificial world. And that's what happens when you live in a city. You know, you get into that grind, that lifestyle of living and just chasing, you know, pointless stuff that you don't need. You just buy shit off Amazon and stuff like that you don't need, okay, guys? And I realized it wasn't making me happy. You're having a good gaming console or whatever, a good PC or, you know, whatever it wasn't making me happy. Buying just pointless stuff wasn't making me happy. So I realized if it wasn't objects and things that, you know, made me happy, what could it be? And that's why, guys, I chose to do so many other stuff in my life. Like I said, travel, push myself, try and find, you know, some kind of goal, a meaning, reaching out to people, making friends, you know, having girlfriends, going on lots of dates, having great experiences with people, all these things, you know, which I basically did with this channel and my music and everything like that. And basically, you know, the Stoics teach you to be grounded within reality, and if you have a lot of material objects, it basically just, you know, clutters your lifestyle, and you realize that it's not actually important. Obviously, we all need money to survive, but if you actually spend less on stuff that you don't need, the necessities that you want, and occasionally things that you might, you know, just want for fun, very occasionally, or, you know, for me, what I find fulfilling is experiences, okay? So if you save your money and use it for, like I said, you know, a lot of people are afraid to go out of their comfort zone, but you definitely should, guys, because it will change your perspective on life and everything like that. So that's why living, you know, a lot of people are doing it now in this generation, in this current time, because people are realizing that everything is becoming so digital and so just, you know, materialistic, and people are realizing that that isn't what gives them satisfaction, because that's exactly what corporations and big tech and everything wants us to become. Is basically just mindless zombies going in and out, doing, you know, a job that we don't like. And that's basically our war, guys, is, you know, a war against, you know, being a complacent, lazy bastard because of the current world that we live in. So if we take these old, you know, not religions, but these old methods from the Buddhists, from the Stoics and stuff like that, it really can change your life. Meditate, for God's sake, okay? Please try meditation. I know so many people who can't even take a real breath of air, okay? And it sounds pretentious, I know, guys, but just do it by yourself. No one will watch you, and trust me, it will really change your life, okay? If you just practice meditation, take some cold showers, and just have a focused mindset and lay out the stuff that you want to do each day, I feel that that gives me, you know, a more structured lifestyle, a more happy lifestyle, and plan for your future. Always plan for your future. And those are just my little tips on why I choose to be a minimalist and why I choose to follow some Stoic beliefs and Buddhist beliefs. Hi there, my little droogies. Guys, it's not surprising that people don't get sparked by wonder anymore. They don't get that motivation, that inspiration to be creative or to do something with their lives, because in some cities you can't even see the stars at night, okay? Now, if that's not unnatural, I don't know what is, okay? And just in this state of this world at the moment where we just consume, and there's so much constant information and there's so much technology to the point that it, you know, just crushes your human spirit. And that's why I'm always warning about dystopian technologies, because we will get to a point where technology has just gotten too far and we can't come back from that, and that's what I'm afraid of. So guys, that's why you need to learn to be comfortable with yourself, your experiences of your life, what you're doing, and just try get back to that the time where we actually respected death and get back to those days of living in the present, and also while living in the present, focusing on building yourself, making yourself better, always reaching your goals and striving towards a purpose. That's what's important, guys, and that's all that I'm saying. I think it's very obvious that, you know, people are unhappy with this, you know, constant saturation of social media and comparing yourself to others and what they have and what you don't have. And that's why I'm saying we can learn from the Stoic lifestyle. We can learn by having a minimalist lifestyle and not just having this mindset of always consuming and wanting more, guys. And that's what I found works for me and has given me a lot of happiness. So guys, in wrapping up this video, I just want to quickly say that I'm not telling you that you should live your lifestyle like this, but I'm just saying now that there's been a lot of evidence, there's been a lot of articles and scientific studies coming out that social media doesn't make people happy, buying pointless merchandise doesn't make people happy, and living in a fake natural environment doesn't make people happy. Obviously you can live in a city and you can function perfectly fine with it, and there's nothing wrong with doing that. I enjoy living in cities as well. I'm just saying that living your whole life in that kind of state isn't probably good, and that's why we need to take these methods that we've learned from the past and apply them in our modern times at the moment, guys, because it's quite clear that we aren't living in our biological nature. We aren't living, you know, with the essence of our biological clock, okay? Humans are meant to be, you know, in a state not exactly of suffering, but in a state of struggling and striving towards something, guys. And that's why it's really important that we learn these methods from the Stoics, from the Buddhists, and learn to be okay with the things that we can't control, and learn that we don't need all this, you know, material goods when we have something much better, which is inner peace, guys. And that's just my opinion. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video very much, and I will see you on the next video. Please support me by seeing my new EP that I have dropped. It's got 5 new songs, and I'll see you in the next video. Have yourself a blessed day.